And a beautiful Monday is what it is. Good morning. How are you? Sunshine's here with you. And you know what? It was a fantastic weekend, so we're going to kick off the week on a better note, right? It is Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. And thank you once again for checking into the hottest show on the Gulf Coast. We're talking about Sunshine's Corner, who's going to keep you entertained, informed, and guaranteed it's going to be a lot of love shown for you. I trust that you had a great weekend because I certainly did have the opportunity to breathe and step out and do some things that I wanted to do that I hadn't done in quite some time. But as you know, every single week I try to get you on the utmost of what we're going to be doing, what this show is all about. Number one, we are a community station, so therefore we're going to keep you informed about all the community events. Everything that's important to you, we're going to share it with you. And again, I want to remind you, I'd love for you to be a part of the show. If you've got questions, is there something that we haven't talked about that you need to hear? Well, you can do that today. You can call and be a part of the show at 850-432-7768. Do that so you can join in on the conversation. I guarantee you're going to love it. And today, I've got a super guest in the studio with me. I tell you, a lady that I fell in love with when I met, oh God, long time ago, I heard her speak. But Dr. Lusharon Wiley, she's in with me today, and we are going to have a fantastic time, Dr. Wiley.
Yes, we are, yes.
Thank you for taking the time to be a part of the show.
Certainly.
And you see, guys, I tell you, when you meet people like that, you can't do anything but just keep a smile on your face. Let me remind you about a couple of things before we go a little bit further. You know, I'm still asking you to write me a song. I want the community to come over with the words. And what you can do, you can message me if you've got a song. You can check out to our Facebook. Dr. Wiley, I'm asking them to write me a song about Sunshine's Corner. Okay. And we're going to use that as an opening for the show. So look, get to singing. I want one country. I want one R&B. I want one that's rap, but not drop it like your hot rap. I mean, every genre, I'm looking for somebody to do a show, do a song like that for the interest of the show. So I know that they'll be interested in writing that. And what we're going to do once we get that written, we're going to highlight that person on here on the set,
right,
so that they can share their talents. Who knows? Who knows? You might get to be signed up with Barry Gordy. Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. I'm going to send it to Barry Gordy. I'm going to send him the link and tell him to watch the show.
All right.
But no doubt about it. It's a fantastic day, guys. And it's Monday to kick off our week. We are going to be doing a lot of things that you need to talk about. And everybody have been reaching out to me asking. I got a lot of this Friday when I came downtown to Gallery Night. How do we get it, Sunshine? How can we watch you? Well, there are several ways that you can watch me on Blab TV. Number one, if you have Cox, that's channel 6. Turn it, share it, let everybody know. Now, also, there's Mediacom TV. You can do it on channel 48. That's on the dish. And Spectrum, I think it's at Molino Way. You're on channel 50. I'm giving you all the ways that you can be entertained by the greatest show on the Gulf shows. Also, we've got, let's see here, Riviera. I didn't know about that one. That's channel 18. And if you've got Roku, if you got a smart TV, all you got to do is download the app. You click on it, you download the app, there you go, you've got Sunshine. And right there, we're going to enjoy each other. Also, now you've got the Amazon Fire. All that. Just go on and download the app and entertain with this show as well. This show can be taken anywhere you want it to go. I say like this, you can take me all over the world.
We can do it.
I mean, wouldn't that be sunshine in your hand all over the world? So look, all of those ways I will continue. You check out my social media today. I'm going to have all these links because so many are asking me, how can I be a part of your show? That's number one, how you can do it. But Dr. Wiley, with Dr. Wiley in, she's got so many ways of so many things that's going on, man. Thank you, Dr. Wiley, for taking the time to come in with me on this Monday morning. It's cool outside today.
Yes, but we're hot here because we're in the sunshine.
Oh, I love it. So, see what I'm talking about? Well, Dr. Wiley, what I want you to do, first of all, I want you to talk about you for a moment.
Okay.
I want you to tell the audience who Dr. Wiley is.
Okay.
Oh, she's got so much.
It's always a little difficult when you're speaking about yourself. And I think the biggest thing I would tell you is that I'm just a South Georgia girl. I grew up in Valdosta, Georgia, with lots of siblings, lots of aunts and uncles. And I grew up during an era when segregation was still big. So I went to all-black community, lived in an all-black community, went to an all-black school, and
Right.
Everything, it was good. It was a good time for me because what surrounded me was a legacy of love.
Yes.
I had lots of great aunts and who were a part of my life, many of them living to be over 100.
Oh, wow.
So really that, just being embraced by not only my family, but my community, just really helped to shape and inform who I am. So we knew that we were valued and loved. So for us, community was really big when I was growing up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so that's it.
I mean, but it shows up because of all that you do right here in the community. Because I want everybody to know when I first met you, I met you at UWF.
Yes.
There was an event there, and you was the guest speaker.
Yes.
And I was like blown away because of how you can reach people with your message. There's such a strong message there, and I commend that. And I fell in love with you and been bothering you ever since.
Thank you. Well, it's been mutual because the sense of love, the sense of care, that is something that will exude from the individual. You don't have to, it's not something that's contrived.
Right.
So when I meet someone and our spirits connect, from then on, it's beauty. And that is exactly what I felt with you, Sonshine. And so you are one of my lights that I go to. I have all of these people who form my circle of light, and you are one of those people, so thank you.
No, thank you, Dr. Wiley. We thank each other.
Yes.
And you see, Dr. Wiley, there's so many things that I see you do. I see that you are now also with the diversity inclusion. I see where you've gotten another spot there.
That's right. That's right. My new position as of the 15th of January is as executive director of the Equity Project Alliance. And that is something that really took shape in 2020. And I just have to give credit to Julian McQueen, who is a white man. And I say that with intentionality because he was affected and impacted, as we all were, by the death of George Floyd.
Oh my God.
But what he did was to write a guest view editorial in the News Journal saying to other people, specifically trying to bring in people who were business owners, will you join me in making a difference in this community? So from his editorial, a group of us got together and started the Equity Project Alliance. So we were a group of like-minded people who began to do good things in the community. So this year in 2024, we wanted to formalize it, make it more impactful, and then just have some specific leadership. So I'm the first full-time executive director of the Equity Project Alliance. And here's the deal. I need input from you all as well. So we do a lot of community conversations. We serve you dinner. You don't even have to pay. You just come and have dinner with us, and we talk about issues that are important for you, important for us, because we know that together we can do better in Pensacola. I'm excited to tell you that Pensacola is doing a lot of amazing things. And we want to continue to do amazing and good things. And one thing I know is there are a lot of good humans in Pensacola. And I just want to hear from you. I want you to connect with us so that we can inform the way that we're going to go from here. And together we become a model for the rest of the nation. That's my long-term goal.
Absolutely, and that's beautiful because you. And I think you said that he started this back with George Floyd. When that happened. I think when that happened, Dr. Wiley, a lot was opened. Should I say a lot of worms came out? If you understand what I'm saying,
I do.
The good and the bad. And to see that there was something put together to try to make the good of that. With the fact of the loss of George Floyd. Now, because with that, when you think about it, I believe, and I hope that I say this right, when things happen sometimes for the bad, God takes them and turns them into the good.
That's right.
Because even with his death, look what has happened.
That's right.
With the whole nation.
That's right.
As far as with the inclusion of some things, and I'll say this, Dr. Wiley, some things that we probably thought that was gone, they're still there.
Yes.
And it came out how it was really still there.
Right.
But with what you're doing, in effect to that, and you're asking for people to be a part of it,
Yes.
that makes it easier for us to come together to share that, whether you're red, yellow, black, white, or brown.
Right. That's
Correct
right.
me if I'm wrong.
That's right. It's all about human beings.
Exactly.
And the humanity, you know, because the truth is we're all from one source, right?
Amen.
So I'm just saying we can do better. And what has been so amazing to me is how ready people are to say yes. People are saying yes to new ideas, just coming together to talk about how can we do better. So for me, I'm blown away, and I thank you, Pensacola, for your support, because you've been there. And
Absolutely.
We just did a data walk, community-wide data walk. Oh my gosh, people from diverse communities, diverse backgrounds, diverse ages, we all just came together, ate good food, and talked about the data that was collected by Achieve ESCAMBIA, the Haas Center, Pensacola Young Professionals. So the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, so many people coming together to have a conversation. We took your feedback. That's going to help inform what we do next. But it was so big and so awesome, we actually had to cut it off.
Really?
We had to not have as many people sign up who would have liked to have done so.
Right.
So the next time we do the community conversation, we're going to need a bigger venue. So this tells me the heart of Pensacola. And I want to just keep saying that because there are a lot of good humans in Pensacola.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, if a person wants to get in touch with you, how can they do that? If they want to be a part of, if there's a business owner out there that want to be a part of this great this establishment for you all have going, how can they do that?
We have a website.
Okay.
And it's Equity Project Alliance. You can just go to the website. We also have a Facebook page, so you can access it that way. You can email us at equityprojectalliance@gmail.com. So there are many, many ways for you to be in touch with us. And if you go online and see a picture of me anywhere, just call me because I always answer my phone as well. So
yes, she does.
You can just, there's so many ways, but we'd like to hear from you and like you to be involved in moving Pensacola forward. And like I said, already a lot of good has started, and we want to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. And you know, Dr. Wiley, when you say keeping that momentum going, and you said something earlier that I use quite often when we put all of our resources together. When we put this together collectively, there's nothing we can't do.
That's right. That's
we
right.
get that focused on the right thing and put those all of those resources together.
That's right.
Let's take it to the next level to make Pensacola, anywhere we go, even better.
That's right.
You know,
That's
and you
right.
do such great work.
Thank you.
I mean, and I'm not just saying that, guys, because I know Dr. Wiley. I'm saying that because she does.
Thank you.
And I mean, and her heart is so pure in what she does. She takes it and she does it right. And not only that, you're doing this, but Dr. Wiley, I think you're cutting yourself short for so many things that you've done.
Well, I do want to mention something that's coming up that is we're pretty excited about. Again, we're going to have to go to Julian McQueen, who is such a mover and shaker. He's a visionary. And I really like that. But not only does he have a vision, he also then takes action.
Okay.
So one of the things that he is responsible for bringing to Pensacola is the Bail Project. And this Thursday at the Rex Theater, we're going to be telling the community all about the Bail Project. And I want to share this with you because it's so important.
Right.
So across America, there are bail projects that have supported over 30,000 people nationwide.
Wow.
Prevented over 1 million days of incarceration and saved over $92 million in taxpayer money. In Pensacola, Reginald Robinson is our person who does the Bail Project here in Pensacola. It's been in operation for just over 2 years. And the program in the Pensacola community has bailed out over 350 bailouts, 41% of those bailed out are people of color. Over 90% of the individuals who are bailed out of jail,
wow,
they show up at a rate of over 90%. Now this is very impressive because they are not obligated financially.
Right.
The bail is being paid on their behalf, but they are giving back by showing up at an over 90% rate. And over 70% of the clients who were bailed out, they request and have received services such as mental health services, housing, or substance abuse support.
Right.
So what you're seeing then is a way of making a difference in the lives of people daily.
Right.
And as these individuals are bailed out, go back to their jobs, get the help that they need, what we have now is a new way that they will be giving back to the community, being back in the community with their families, as opposed to being locked up for bail that they simply could not afford. Okay. So it's not a matter of their guilt or innocence, it's about being there for them and helping them to get back on their feet. So we really, really hope that you'll come out, and if you can't come out, just go online and find out more about the Bail Project.
Absolutely.
Again, that's going to be Thursday evening at the Rex Theater, downtown at 6 p.m.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to keep that going. I tell you what now, you see what I'm saying? She is there's so much, a wealth of information. But you stay close. When we come back, we're going to be talking with her about other events that she's involved with that you can be a part of as well, right here. So you keep it locked in and tell everybody to check it out. Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV.
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery, or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services is a one-stop shop because you can come get your windshield replaced, and right behind that replacement at the same appointment, we will calibrate the cameras, and when you leave, everything's ready to go. There's no need to go to the dealership, or there's no need to come back for another appointment. We just take care of it at one time. We put the customer first, and we strive to do everything right the first time.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services, your one-stop shop with same-day service.
And welcome back to the hottest spot on the Gulf Coast. I have to say that, Dr. Wiley. Welcome back into Sunshine's Corner. I want to encourage everybody to make sure you tell a friend and tell another friend. When you want all the information, when you want to be inspired, when you want to be elevated, to know what's going on, this is the place you need to be. Weekday mornings from 9 until 10, it is Sunshine's Corner with nothing but the best of it. Listen, I want to encourage you now. You hear all this information that Dr. Wiley shared with us today. Now, you can call us right now if you got a question for Dr. Wiley. You can call 850-432-7768 and be a part of this conversation. And I encourage you to do so because information is power. knowledge is power. But if you have the knowledge and don't do anything with it, it's no good.
That's right.
Not at all. But now let's go back, Dr. Wiley, because you were talking about the Bail Project. I think that is so good because we was kind of rushed at the end, but it's going to be taking place on this Thursday, right?
That is correct.
Downtown at the Rex. And if you want to be a part of it, all you need to do is
you go to Eventbrite, and then you can just sign up. There's no cost, so you just come and hang out with us. And what I didn't say is that the founder of the Bail Project is going to be here in Pensacola this Thursday.
Wow.
And she will be interviewed by none other than Julian McQueen, the one who was responsible for getting it here. So you get a twofer.
That's right, you got a double whammy.
Yes, yes.
Not double whammy. Well, Dr. Wiley, there's something else that's coming up because I know that I have been and I know about the powerful women of the Gulf Coast.
Yes, yes.
I mean, and when I saw that topic that you're talking on, I said, "Ooh, I gotta get her." I mean, but you know, powerful women of the Gulf Coast is a very this group of ladies been around for a while.
Yes, yes.
I love them so. I have. You brought me in with them. You see what I mean? You brought me in. And I thank you for that because it is ladies that's doing good things together to make a difference here in Pensacola. And every year, and it's an event that comes up, and we got one coming up soon.
That's right. That's right.
You're speaking there.
Yes.
Tell more about the powerful women on the Gulf Coast.
Okay. Well, the powerful women of the Gulf Coast, it's important for you to know that they are now a part of global leadership. So our very own Colleen, who started Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast, is an executive now with global leadership. And so that part that we're doing on the 30th of April is something that's going to be in person here in Pensacola. And there are 3 speakers. One speaker will be talking about how to utilize Indeed better. Not Indeed, I'm sorry, LinkedIn better. And then we have another individual who is going to be talking about, his name is Brian Hilliard. He'll be talking about how to get paid for when you're speaking, right? So some of you might be really interested in that. My topic is going to be from throwing shade to shining light. And so when I thought about that topic, I thought about how mean girls still can be found in adulthood. Some of us run into mean girls from grammar school, middle school, high school, but we still sometimes see that spirit as adults. And so what we want to do is talk about how we can support each other, so we can create a spirit of empowerment and encouragement, and go from the paradigm of me versus them to a paradigm shift that says me and them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let me ask you something, Dr. Wiley. When you say, like when when you were younger, there were the mean girls, and they are there in adulthood. Why is it so important for people to try to pull you down when you've been elevated? Or why is it that some people, I know exactly what you're talking about, when you have reached that point in your life, don't they realize instead of me, I call it the crab bucket effect?
Yes, yes.
That crab effect, when nothing go, they keep going and keep pulling, keep pulling. Why is it that they do that? Is it there something called, I don't know what you call it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's called, but it just seems to be a spirit that some of us have. And I think maybe we haven't had enough people modeling behavior that's different from that. And so when we think about one-upsmanship and how it's important for me to be elevated, so if I elevate myself, do I have to then put someone else down? The answer is no. No. You don't have to do that. So why that happens, I don't know. I think sometimes miscommunication occurs, but many of us are not at a place where we're willing to have a conversation where I might say to you, you know, Sonshine, when this happened, I felt this way. And I
Right.
wanted to explore that with you because I've got a feeling
Right.
that I might be misunderstood, maybe have misunderstood something. Can we talk about that?
Right.
That is a mature way to deal with it.
Exactly.
But that's generally not what we do. Instead, we will misinterpret something, take it to other people, and begin to spread it.
Exactly, and that cancer it goes.
yes.
But you know, and you said the young girl, but you know, that happened with men too.
Yeah. Oh, that's true now. Hello? Okay.
Men do the same
Yes,
thing because
yes.
I mean, is it because of the fact that if I call it this, God gives all of us a talent. My talent, maybe I can talk. You may be okay. You're a professor. You're this. You're that. That's not my calling. But instead of you don't want to put the work in to get what I have or what I've been blessed with, but better yet, you will be cancerous, talk about me, spread it around, and then you want that cancer to grow. But what also behooves out of me, Dr. Wiley, is that person that's spreading that cancer, okay, that person that you're talking to don't know me, but you planted the seed in their head.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
and then therefore you're looking at me with a side eye when you don't know me.
That's right.
Men do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it sounds like what we're concluding is that it's a part of human nature,
Yeah.
but we can change our nature.
Exactly.
We don't have to respond in those ways. So I just think finding better ways of responding, being willing to say to someone who's spreading something, that has not been my experience with Sonshine.
Right.
I really think you need to go back and talk with her.
Exactly.
How awesome
won't do
would
that.
that be?
They won't do it.
But if we start, we can start a revolution
I
of
believe
care
so too.
and love.
I believe so
Yes,
too.
yes.
And you know, I think sometimes it also works, and it happens so much in the workplace. Maybe my work ethic is different from yours because I was trained that when you're working, you got to do the best that you can.
Yeah.
I can hear my mother in my ear right now, baby, you got to work hard, because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing.
That's right.
You understand
That's
what
right.
I'm saying? But it's like there is a jealousy there,
Yeah.
and that is a sin. And that is something so hard for people to deal with because you do your thing and you put ours together, then we're both going to do well.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And so what feels better than I love the yearly program that they have at the University of West Florida, the women's program that has been going on now, I think 11 years.
Oh, really?
Dr. Sherry Hartnett started it. But her thing is to celebrate women, right? And I think that if we begin to celebrate each other, and it's continuing, though Dr. Hartnett has moved into a different position, the program is continuing. But I do want to say this in case because what I don't want to ever give is a misimpression that the things that I do, that Lusharon has done them
Exactly.
all by herself. Because the
say it,
truth
Dr. Wiley.
is, the truth is, so many of you you know how important you've been as a part of my journey. I call on you. I will continue to call on you. I reflect with you. I listen to your feedback, male and female, young and old. You're awesome, and I appreciate everything that you do to help me take the steps that I do.
Right.
So I don't ever want it to come across as if I did anything by myself, because I didn't. It's been a collective effort, and people have given me opportunities, and I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. And you that sums up a lot right there, what you just said, because some people, it's never I. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always somebody that's going to give you that to help. But I always try to keep in, to have people think about this. If I am elevated, I use myself, there's another seat right there, so you can come right up behind me.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not going to forget, because that spot right there. So therefore, instead of the negativity, I believe in positive. Positivity goes a long way. But if you tend to do that I think that's something that's on the inside of an individual. It's something that's on the inside of that individual where they're not happy with themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm no doctor. I'm just a person that has lived.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and I think sometimes that's within the inside of a person that they don't feel good about themselves. So in order to take the light off what I'm not being productive with, let me pull from this person that's being productive so that I can make them look bad to take the light off me. I could be wrong. I know you're going to kill it on that. I mean, right there when you talk, because that is absolutely a lot of people deal with that, and then they are afraid to say something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think a lot of it is that we are not doing what we should be doing.
Right.
See, we have a charge, and I'll speak specifically for me. There's a charge to do more. So when I feel that I can help a younger sister or brother, I can do that. And it's two ways, though.
So.
When I reach out, you want to be receptive to receiving, and then I want to be being willing to give. And so that two-way communication, and I am surprised, quite frankly, at the number of younger people who will call me, text me, email me, whatever, and they'll say, Dr. Wiley, I need blah, 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 blah. And I'm always surprised because I think, I don't know how you chose me, but then I'm thinking, but yes, the answer is always going to be yes. Now, conversely, I love young people. I love them. They are so smart.
Right.
So often I'm reaching out to them saying, hey, I know you know some things I don't know. Will you help me? Will you help me? And you know what? They always say yes.
Always.
So we can establish relationships cross-generationally, cross-culturally, cross-region.
Right.
You know, one of the things that I get intrigued with is regionality. And when I say that, I'm talking about Deep South. That would be me.
Right. Us.
Other South, right? Because there's other South that's different from Deep South.
Exactly.
Right? And then there are all the other places. But when I get a chance to learn from them, words, experiences, stories, they impact me, and I am very good. It's one thing I'm good at. I'm good at listening. If you want to share your story, I'm going to be a listening ear because it helps me to grow. So I think approaching life with the spirit of, what can I learn from this person? And I find myself leaning in. Whatever your story, I want to hear it.
Absolutely.
Because it can have impact for me as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, when there's just a wealth of knowledge right there that she shares with us every single day. Every time I talk to her, I get something from you.
Thank you.
And it's all about have that listening ear. So you stay close. I want you to keep listening because we're going to come back with even more information right here. Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV. Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel for all of your menswear needs.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with the powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Hi, my name is Brett McCabe. This is my wife Tanya, and we're the owners of Pensacola AC and Auto Service Center.
From the moment you walk in the door, we are here to take care of you. Honesty and excellence are the standard of our team. Our goal is to give you peace of mind from oil changes to AC repair. All of our repairs come with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. We have a clean, welcoming waiting room with free Wi-Fi. When you leave here, you will have peace of mind. Come visit us and experience auto repair from people who care.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this beautiful, breezy Monday. You know what? I asked myself when I got up this morning, I said, wow, woo, it was 80 degrees on Friday. I had on shorts downtown, and today I almost pulled out a jacket.
Yes.
You know, but I want to thank Dr. Wiley for being our guest today because she's a wealth of information. And Dr. Wiley, we got a question that came in.
Okay.
I want to address this to you. She says, well, I don't know if it's he or she, but the person says, some of black behavior, is it still repercussions from slavery passed down from generations? What do you think?
I think all behavior seems to be passed down from generation to generation because that's how we learn.
Right.
We learn from the generations that preceded where we are today.
Uh-huh.
And I guess when I think about black behavior, I would need further explanation as to what that means. There are all kinds of behaviors. There are behaviors that are not black behavior. But I would say our shared history in America has caused all of us to act in the ways that we do, act and react. So it's funny that about that question. I was thinking this morning about the idea of step and fetch it, which is an idea that comes out of slavery.
What you call it?
Step and fetch it.
Okay.
And
step and fetch it. Okay.
So it's a behavior that sort of causes a person to make himself smaller in order to make someone else feel bigger.
Okay.
And that is a part of what has happened generationally within the African American community.
Right.
But there are so many behaviors, so I think that would call for a much larger discussion than anything that I could say here this morning, other than the fact that behaviors from all sides come down generationally.
Exactly.
So if we have an idea that someone is less than, where did you get that idea? If you have the idea that someone's better than,
right,
where did you get that idea? Also the idea of colorism, the idea of hair, all of these things are a part of the history of our shared lives as citizens of America who came into being a part of America through very different means.
Right.
So I think we'd have to have a very broad discussion, but I think that absolutely some behaviors are definitely historical, but are not all of them.
Right.
But also the question becomes, are we able to change that behavior? And the absolute answer is we can change.
Absolutely.
And some things we simply don't want to change. Perhaps the stride in our glide, maybe we don't want to change that. But those behaviors that we need to change, regardless of what side of history you're on, those are things that we can look at and do better.
Right. That, I think you touched a lot there, and I hope from the person that texts, I do not have a name, but I hope that helped you out. Maybe, because some of the things she said was so, I really agree we have to go with a big, deeper conversation to find out the depths of, is it something that's passed down through generations? Because when you say generations and generations and generations, there's so many things that happen. Sure, even myself, I see some things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I hope that helped you out. But if you would like to be a part of the show, you can do it as well. 850-432-7768. You can call or text at that number. You got a question for Dr. Wiley? Do it today. Look, that's how I like to get them interacted.
Yes.
This is why we call this a community show.
Yes. Yes.
It's not about just me and you, Dr. Wiley. We want to get the community involved to have a voice.
That's it.
This is going to be your voice right here on Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV, so that when there's something that you're dealing with that you want to find out to see which way to do it or handle a situation like that. Maybe that person has somebody they think that they're dealing with something that happened back then.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But we can find out ways to make it better by talking about it.
That's right.
And I greatly appreciate the fact that when you say talk about it, because some of us don't like to have a conversation.
That's right.
Before you sit there and talk to me, you'll go talk about me. And you're not sure about what you're talking about when the fact can be answered right there by looking me in my face and talking to me.
That's right.
So remember that, my dear friends. Always remember that. Talk about things. Don't lie about things. Talk about things.
And talk to the individual.
That's
if
right.
you have a question about that person, talk directly to me. I'm willing.
Absolutely. And that's like what you got coming up with the 100, I was going to say the 100 black women. No, but hi, girls. But with Colleen and the powerful women of the Gulf Coast, that's going to be a lot of information shared. Now, that's coming up. You said the 30th. That's this weekend then.
Well, it's next.
What's the date?
The 30th, I believe, is on a Tuesday.
Okay, so that's next week.
Yes.
So, and it's going to be held where? So everybody can be a part of it.
It'll be at Gateway Church of Christ. Oh, my gosh, and you all have it up.
Yes.
So wonderful. Oh, my gosh, television is amazing.
Yes.
So, yeah, we hope that you'll come out and support us and have a good time with us.
I mean, so everybody, you can see on the screen now, there's all the information. Now, amplify your power.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Amplify your power. From throwing shade to shining light.
Yes.
I mean, did you come up with that?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Why did I ask that? That's an obsolete question. I know that you came up with it. But it's great, though, because it's touching things that needs to be touched. And that's going to be coming up on Tuesday.
The 30th.
The 30th?
Yes.
At
Gateway Church of Christ, which is located on Creighton Road, right across from BJ's warehouse. Yes.
I see it all the time. Go to BJ so much.
I did want to take a moment as we're talking about historical differences and how we were informed, how our lives were shaped in America.
Right.
There is this amazing program that I'd like to mention, and it's called Parent University. Michael O'Neill began this program. Yes. Yes. And he began the program in Savannah, Georgia.
Yep.
And now he has expanded not only to Pensacola, but he has 2 sites in Chicago, Illinois. So it's been incredibly successful. And this program gives parents opportunities to get involved more deeply in their children's lives.
Right.
And so once a month, they have a program at one of the local schools where Michael O'Neill and his team invite parents as well as students to come in and be a part of that. And what's unique about Parent University is that the focus is on teaching parents skills that they need to help their children. So, and the programs, the classes are shaped by what the parents ask for. If it's, I need help with knowing how to teach my child to read, or I don't know how to open a checking account, whatever, or what are some community resources that can help with mental health. So there are vendors who are present as well, teachers who are present who will take care of the children while the parents go to the classes. And there's usually about 200 plus that will show up, but it's been amazing. So I hope that you'll come out and see what's happening with Parent University, and you can look online to get the dates and times for that as well.
But you know what I think was so powerful with that, when you say parents getting involved, and I personal pronoun, believe that that's a key to some of the things that's going on now with the younger people. We need to incorporate, the parents need to be more involved in some of the things that to let that child know. And what I found out, Dr. Wiley, because I deal with a lot of the kids, especially over in the area over there near the Fricker Center with Addicts Court and all those areas like that, right? But I go by and I find out those kids just want, the love. I mean, and I love on them, you know? And I think with the fact that when the parents get involved with the kids, then they can see some of the things that maybe a child is dealing with that you perhaps didn't know. If you're not sitting at that dinner table with that child every day, start planning that, to sit there together and just talk about what happened in the day. I mean, I think those things will help because I see that with the kids. I mean, I'll give you an example. I encountered there was a couple of boys that was out there in the Fricker Center because I do my exercise class over there. They were just out there, and I said, I know you're not going to use that language, and you see I'm standing here. One of the young guys, Miss Sonshine, I don't know. I said, well, why did you do that? You know, he said, because I just wanted him to know that I heard him. That's what the little boy said.
Wow.
But they were doing this little thing, and I said, well, don't let me tell you something. Don't let me hear you say that again, because, you know, you're a young guy. But even one of the little boys rode away on the bike and came back to me and said, Miss Sonshine, I'm sorry. I promise you that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be more focused and be aware of what I say before I say it. That spoke volumes.
Wow.
That spoke volume. Just the fact that I took the time to let them look, this is the way it's supposed to be. And I say that to say, if we take the time to do that with the children, with some of them, because, you know, there's some things that we see now where the little ones are just, oh my God, so many things are happening with them.
They are.
Lives are being taken so easily.
Yes.
And when I tell people, when I talk a lot, I look at the younger people going faster than the mature people.
Yes.
They're leaving this earth. Because I think there's a lot that's missing there.
Yes.
And with the fact that with us talking about all this with conversation, to get them with Parent University especially, I think that why he named it Parent University, so he can get that parent in there to educate them on things with the kids.
That's right.
And I say all of that to say, ladies and gentlemen, he's here once a month.
Yes.
He's here once a month.
Michael O'Neill.
Michael O'Neill is here once a month. And this is what we're talking about with connecting with the community. When you get those dots, connect them. So I'm going to reach out to Michael to see if I can get him, if it's even a Zoom call, to get the information out so parents will know that they can be involved, because we're approaching those summer months.
Yes.
Idle minds.
Yes. That's right. That's
you know,
right.
get them busy with
That's
things
right.
like that, because there are a lot of things that I'm sure that he has that's beneficial for the children. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Because we really needed that.
That's right. That's right.
And I stay close, because I tell you what, once I get talking with a lot of information, Dr. Wiley, it's hard for me to stop. Write that number down, 850-432-7768. Reach out to me. We want to talk to you as well. Stay close. We'll be back with more on Blab TV.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Do you want to create but don't know where to start? Our new fabric line will inspire you. If you can dream it, we can help you make it. From using kits that include everything you would need, to taking classes to create something more personalized, Daryl's is the place for you. No matter if you're just beginning or experienced, Daryl's has you covered. Find us at 6705 North Davis Highway. Open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's Ear, Nose, Throat, and Voice Center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to the hottest show there is on the Gulf Coast. We're talking about Sonshine's Corner. Thank you for tuning in. And again, let me remind everybody, you can always be a part of this show. 850-432-7768. You can text, you can call. Look, I got the phone over. Come on. Don't let my phone be over here dead. I want to talk to you. But Dr. Wiley, I tell you, it has been some great information we've shared today. But we got some other things we need to talk about.
Yes, just a little.
I'm going to give it to you, that inclusion, the justice inclusion.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that, what we need to know.
I just want to say a few things about the Equity Project Alliance. And when you hear the word alliance, it has a root word in there, to ally. That means that there are other people in the community that we're partnering with. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you how many people have leaned in to partner with us to bring different things to the Pensacola community. So to sort of look a little bit back at what we have done, the Equity Project Alliance, you may hear me just simply say EPA, has brought Elizabeth Eckford, and she was one of the Little Rock Nine. She came in and spent some time with us here in Pensacola. We brought a play to you called the Henry Box Brown play about a slave who mailed himself to freedom. And so part of this Equity Project Alliance, not only are we looking at advocacy and partnering and working with businesses and local organizations, we don't want to not say enough about the importance of arts, because the arts are a part of the way that we learn and share. And so we know things like music are important. We know that dance is important. And so as such, one of the things coming, we hope in the fall, will be an alliance with WSRE TV, where we'll be bringing in some folks from Broadway, from Harlem, to talk about the gospel music. And so it should be a big gospel explosion. We'll say more about that depending on whether we get our Fufu Festival grant. But we're looking for ways to do partnerships, and at the forefront for me is also making sure that there is curriculum developed where we can help to talk with and train your C-suite executives, your directors of businesses, so that we can begin to change that culture from the inside out. And again, I have already seen so many of our local businesses who are interested in partnering, and we're looking forward to fostering that as well.
Absolutely. When you say culture, and you said changing that culture, it's so utterly important to be able to do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think once a person learns, that knowledge that we share there is so powerful when it comes to all of that with the culture, you know. And that's another thing that I think that this platform is going to be able to do, because it's going to be not just one, we're going to just reach everybody.
That's right. That's
you know?
right.
The culture, everybody. And I want to give a wrap up of everything that we've talked about today. Number one, we were talking about the bail program. Then we are talking about with this big speech that you're going to have out there with Colleen and the guys at the Powerful Women. I keep saying black women, okay? But the powerful women of the Gulf Coast. And even now with Parent University. So many powerful things. What am I saying to our listeners today? I want you to make sure that you attend or get involved with everything we're talking about, so that you'll know that you can be up and up on what's happening. And you said something else I think that's utterly important that we all need to know. We need all people that to come aboard to partner with us. I believe the more we do things collectively, my philosophy is the more, the better. We connect those dots, and nothing we can't do.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
And Dr. Wiley, I cannot thank you enough for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
I cannot thank you enough for how many areas you touch.
Thank you.
When your name comes up, everybody knows Dr. Wiley, and they got a smile on their face. Even we're talking about, even with Abraham Scully, just Friday, when I mentioned, he heard me producing a spot, he's, oh, wait till I tell you the story about Dr. Wiley. But what I'm saying is, though, you see, that's your legacy. And your legacy will continue, and it's important for that. And what you have left for so many, you left a roadmap that people can follow to better Pensacola and take it abroad, to just take it other places to make that difference. I'll think back to a time when I had this program called Women Wear Many Hats. And you were the guest speaker.
Yes.
And you see, this is what I'm saying. You see how your name, it rings with power. And I'm talking about excellence.
Thank you.
And everything that you do is, if you notice today, for instance, when she spoke, the way she even brought out the part that needs help, that needs to be worked on, she turned it so that it could be a soft way that you can receive what she was saying.
Oh
yes,
you.
I picked up on that because that's a good thing. Because sometimes people cannot handle the truth and the depth of the hurt of some things that's happening. I'm just talking about everything, but it's the way you deliver. It's all in delivery. It's all in delivery. And Dr. Wiley, I thank you for taking the time to be my guest today. It seems like when you're having fun, the clock just seems to tick so fast.
Do I have a moment to say?
Yes, you do.
Thank you, Sonshine. I think that's an appropriate name because when I am in your presence, I feel the light. Thank you for everything you do for this community.
Oh, thank you. You see, it's a passion of mine of making a difference. And like I told you earlier, my mother always said, and I still hear her because she planted that in us. So, baby, when you want something, you got to work hard for it now. She said, now, always know this, your character going to get there before you do.
That's it.
Your character is going to get there before you do. So be mindful of what you're doing.
Wow.
And that's something, I mean, I can hear Mother saying that right about now. That has stuck with me all my life.
Wow.
But guys, I tell you, it's been a fantastic day. And I want to leave you, as I do every single day, with something positive to think about. If you're in a circle where there's a lot of negativity, step away from it because those spirits are transferable. When you want to make a difference, do something that's positive yourself. Extend a helping hand where somebody else needs help. Jesus said that he went out to the highways and the byways and spread the message. Are you doing that? Because everything that we do, it all comes back to the powerful one. His name is Jesus. As I leave you every day, never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. This I know. If you put him first, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for another day of nothing but sunshine, know that I do love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. And I know if you do it that way, there's nothing that you can't do. I try to tell people, whatever you do, don't forget God. Keep him first in what you do. And when you acknowledge him, he said that I will be a lamp unto your feet. He said that I will lead you the way. All you got to do, he said, I'll be your teacher, I'll be your mother, I'll be your lover, I'll be your everything. But you got to put him first. So until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, know that I love you, my dear friend, with a perfect kind of love. All you've got to do, keep that in your heart and keep shining while I'm gone.